we're there to make someone's life better. It makes me nervous when the legal side of it just sucks every ounce of humanity out of it because they have to tell every fact about life.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a huge problem, right? All the CTA and and everything else. You're going like through lines and lines and lines of like just text, and it all has to be this size on a website, or it all has to voiceover on the ad.
Yep.
And it really it takes away from basically an information session that I really need to have from this. And it's necessary. You don't want to like be selling a story about something that can't
Right.
actually maybe be true, or maybe has an adverse effect. I mean, there's enormous problems with that. So I think it's a scary space to try to tell a story.
But I'd be curious to see though. Like I've never seen a drug company really try to break out of it. Like so, we all know about OTT, over the top television. What if we created a mini series based around diabetes? Just making it up, and the mini series is about a husband and wife or something like that, and it was 10-minute segments of an interesting life and them enjoying who they are and what they do and the food, the wine, the alcohol, but also one of them is diabetic. It's brought to you by X drug.
But so do you think that would be sensationalized? Like, do you think that if you did that, it would be almost like exploiting, in some sense, people who have diabetes? I mean, it's a question. It's a genuine question. Because I know the intention is good behind it, right? But what would would it be, I want to tune in to see what happens when something goes wrong? Like, because as creatives, we look for these tension points, and we're like,
So, I just created we just created a great series.
Yeah.
We just created a great series for Diageo, which is alcohol. And it was 6 22-minute segments that ran on Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah.
And in a nutshell, it was, I gotta find a better phrase than this, but it was Anthony Bourdain for a lot younger audience, right? And so we found this guy who was happened to be Australian, but that's beside the point. We took him to 5 countries in 6 weeks, and he went and explored the lifestyle, the food, the people, the culture, and obviously what they drink at the same time. And the viewership went through the roof, even though people knew that we were selling hard alcohol.
Yeah, you're right. I think when you talk about it like that, when you create it as a more engaging kind of semi-documentary style kind of thing, you can really see that like flourish.
Right.
I think it's just harder if you try to place them as the first person narrative in some sense.
Right.
Then it becomes like a little awkward. Right?
The biggest concern about people with diabetes is they turn into a fat fuck that doesn't do anything in their life, and they can't enjoy what they love to do. But if you flip that conversation about go and do it and enjoy it and be part of the health, and it needs a good talent to drive the thing, but I don't know, I just feel like it's got to be a better way. It just can't be a soul-sucking experience.
Yeah, well, I think it's also, I mean, it's so informative too, right? Like, it's not just awareness. Even if I had this, problem, in this case, diabetes, right? Maybe there are parts of me, like day to day, that I don't know that other people are going through.
Right.
I don't know necessarily how to handle.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden you can expose these things. You can even get from the tech front, right? Like you could start exposing metadata underneath that allows it to get linked to solution sets or to forums or places where people can talk about these things.
Exactly right. And I think whether it's a teenager going through puberty where they can have an open forum, or women who are pregnant for the first time, and we'll work on this mini series for a big pharma brand, and it was about pregnancy, and we found 2 women in opposing countries. So we got someone from from the Mid East and someone from the US, and brought these women together to talk about pregnancy and motherhood for the first time.
Yeah.
And there's some huge emotional stories in there. But why isn't the drug companies got all the money leaning into something that's different?
Yeah.
And enjoying it?